Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For all my viewers, I want to thank you guys for all your support, your love, your comments. I've tried to respond back to everyone's comments. If I've missed yours, please don't take any offense. I try to go through them daily, to make sure I respond to everyone. I've been working on my school lately. I've been working on magic and other things like that, but that's why I haven't posted any videos. And as far as my school, it's for entrepreneurs who are trying to start their own business. And you can join this school. You don't need financial aid to join. But if you are trying to start a business, you're a self-made entrepreneur, you might definitely want to check out this school that I've started. I started working on this school back when I was in undergrad and law school, and I just figured, with all the things that I know, I want to help people to become successful as I have. The school is mostly around women. It's for mostly women, but we do allow men to join as well. So all my contact information for my school will be in the description. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I know that you're very antsy for this reading, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into that. All right. I want to start off with my disclaimer. I do not give anyone the right to copy any of my content or reuse it, as all content belongs to me and my company, The Bruja's Lair. All right, any information that you receive from me that is regarding around health, I ask that you check with your physician before using any of it. All right, so we're about to go into 2024, which is going to be the year of rewards. A lot of you are going to be getting pregnant this month, or you're going to find out that you're pregnant this month. For your baby is working with your energy or dad's energy. This baby is going to be very spiritual, so maybe you guys are both spiritual, or one of you is spiritual. Some of you are going to get pregnant in September of next year. Okay, and I just want to say to some of you, like when I read, look, we have rainbow babies coming up, right? When I read, you guys, this just came up too. When I read, you guys, just know that some people have certain conditions where they cannot get pregnant, or they've done things to their bodies that stop them from getting pregnant. I want to give you guys hope too. I don't want you to feel hopeless. So this is why I always say go to a fertility doctor. Like, do not wait on that. Go to a fertility doctor and see what you guys options are. Somebody's gonna get pregnant in July, deliver in July. Maybe you're born in July, September, or December. So pay very close attention to these months. And pile number one. A lot of you seem so discouraged, and it literally breaks my heart, because I know what it's like to want to get pregnant, and then you have all these symptoms, and then you find out you're not pregnant. What I believe, when that happens, I believe it's your body like gearing up for pregnancy. But I also think that you guys need to follow your ovulation. You need to get an ovulation calendar to see when you're ovulating, because your cycle, the way your bodily cycle starts is like, so day one of your cycle, you start counting then, right? Ovulation doesn't happen 10 to 14 days past your menstrual cycle. But that's why some of you are not getting pregnant, because you're using the wrong time frame. So cycle starts day one. Say your cycle lasts 5 days. All right. Within 5 more days, you'll be ovulating. Basically, is how ovulation works. So within 5 to 9 days, depending on how you ovulate, that's your ovulation window. If you get a ovulation calendar, it will show you that. So for a lot of you, it's the timing, okay? For some of you, I dropped this message as a post actually one day this week. For some of you, like you had a miscarriage, and you're looking for answers as to why you had the miscarriage. So I want to let you know that your baby is like so smart, okay? And your baby wanted to let you know that they were coming, that the possibility of them coming is here, okay? So it's not that you can't get pregnant. For some of you, it's your baby was coming to you, but your baby realized that there was someone else in danger. There was another baby in danger, or another 2 or 3 babies in danger, right? And your baby was like, I know mom and dad is gonna be sad, but I'm gonna go back and save my siblings. So that's why I said pay attention to this card, right? Because a lot of you don't understand there is a really dramatic spiritual war going on, okay? Speaking your throat chakra, somebody doesn't want you to do that, because my throat is like messing up right now. So the thing about it is, this baby went back to save these other babies. So when you do find out you're pregnant, it's gonna be twins, triplets, quadruplets, or more, okay? Your other babies were in danger in the spiritual realm, so to speak. So they have to go and get them. And there's this weird thing going on right now with the spiritual realm, because the veil is not closed. And with the veil not being closed, like all these evil spirits, all these toxic energies, negative forces, they're trying to stop you guys babies from being born, but they're also trying to harm your ancestors. And like, some of your ancestors are in prison realms. So this is why I do spell work, you know? I'm one of those type of people who do good spell work, not the bad spell work. I don't care what people think, you know, like, oh, well, she doesn't do any dark magic, so I don't respect her. That's fine. You don't have to respect me. I'm not one of those people who care really how people feel about them, because all that matters is how I feel about myself. But the way that this thing is going, some of you guys' ancestors are being put in this spiritual prison, and that's what like people like me, good people like me, have been fighting against. And when you're not in tune spiritually, you know, you don't know that. For some of you, you guys need to stop fighting. You guys are fighting, and the incoming communication could be what I'm saying right now. Like, you guys are fighting and you're not even understanding that they're making you fight. You get what I mean? Like, your enemies are making you fight. If you don't fight, if you don't wake up spiritually, you're not gonna understand this, and what your baby's trying to fight. Your babies are gonna be fighting that on their own, because you refuse to break those generational curses. You see what I'm saying? It's come out, rainbow baby. So your rainbow baby is literally a spiritual baby, but that awakening is like attached to you. okay? So definitely be honest with yourself, because some of you are not being honest about your abilities. Some of you are on the right path though. So even with these months right here, some of you guys may be doing the proper things, going to fertility doctors. Some of you may be having your womb healing done. Some of you have ordered my Yoni baths, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who shops with me. I want to say thank you to everyone who buys my products, because all my products, I really put my time and my effort into them. You know, like, will it matter in a few years? If it won't, don't sweat it. You guys are arguing over things that you don't even understand, like, and when you guys really get mad at each other, you don't, like, you really forgot why the argument started in the first place, and then you want to apologize, but the other person is mad. That's the enemy. That's what, you know, we're fighting against. But you gotta be tapped into your crown to see it, and you don't see it right now. So you have to be tapped into your crown chakra to see some of these things. And maybe some of you are tapped into your crown chakra, but some of you are just not tapped into it at all. And that's why you can't see what the problem is, or what's stopping you or blocking you. Some of you, like, these readings help you, they relate to you, but you need your own personal reading to see what's going on in your situation. And I can tell that obviously from just being a reader, but from also from you guys' comments, because you try to fit everything in the reading into your situation when some things don't really resonate, you know, with you. Some of you guys do have new spiritual gifts that you're exploring. For some of you, you need to write out a plan. And I'm gonna push these up. Some of you really need to talk in your throat chakra, because, like, my voice keeps messing up. So that message is for somebody. Boundaries, pushing, communication isn't good. Some of you are pushing for your partner to communicate, and that's why you're having the arguments, because it's like things that they don't want to talk about, and you're trying to force them to talk about it. For some of you, it's taking time, and you're being prepared for what you asked for. So it's coming, but it's just not coming in the time frame that you want. And some of you said to me in the comments, like, you're trying to wait on divine timing. Like, you really don't have no choice but to wait on divine timing, because the divine doesn't work on our timing. He works on his timing. So that's something that you just have to understand. You just have to wait it out. Some of you need to do some forgiving. Again, don't worry about your age. I know some of you are worried, but the divine has you covered, so don't worry about your age. That card literally comes up in every spirit baby reading that I do for you guys. Where'd that card go? Okay, some of you need to raise your vibration. I'm gonna put that there just because the ones of you who are worried about your age, like, your vibration is very low. I could tell that through talking to you guys in the comments. Just seeing your faces, just seeing, you know, what you say, just getting vibes off of you. You guys really need to raise your vibration. Some of you need to do cleanses. Everything isn't unfolding exactly as planned. So that goes with you're being prepared for what you asked for. But you're like so focused on your timing. That's the problem. So when you wonder what the problem is, for some of you, that's the problem. You're literally trying to force it. And when you force the divine to do stuff, when you force things to happen, they make you wait longer. So I don't know if you guys know that, but that's what I'm here to tell you. For some of you, a cycle is complete. So you've done the work, you've done everything you've had to do, which is why you're on the right path came out. So I'm gonna put that over here. Some of you, this is definitely gonna be a sweet surprise. So maybe for you who've completed the cycle, you're about to get your rainbow baby. I just said some of you need to cleanse your energy, and there you go. I'm gonna put that over here. We'll raise your vibration. Yeah. See what else we got. Some of you, maybe you were born in April, or maybe you're gonna get pregnant in April. Maybe dad is born in April. It says don't be stubborn. So some of you are being stubborn. Remember, forgiveness is key. Some of you need to take time and reflect on what it is that you're doing or what you're not doing. For some of you, it is going to take 3 years or more. So again, check with your doctor. You know more about your situation than anyone else. So figure out what that is, or book with me and we can figure it out together. For some of you, it says it doesn't feel right because it isn't right for you. So maybe you're not with your person, and maybe you're just trying to force having a kid with whoever you get with, and that's not what the universe wants. So that could be why it also says 3 years or more, because you have some growing and healing to do. I mean, when you think about it, you don't want to just have your baby with anybody. For some of you, it'll be May, or you were born in May, or dad was born in May. Keep the faith and positivity. They think about you as much as you do them. So this could be for the ones of you who are arguing all the time. For some of you, you're not getting pregnant because they want to know, are you understanding the lesson? So they're trying to teach you something, but you're not learning it. So that's why you're waiting, because you're refusing to learn your lesson. And it could be because you need to heal, you know, and this baby is like gonna bring healing to you. But I also feel like somebody who's gonna be watching this, or a couple somebodies, yeah, you need to release that doubt, because that doubt is what's stopping it too. So when you speak negatively about yourself because you don't get the outcome that you want right then, the universe is like, okay, well, we're gonna deny you. You know, you can manifest all you want, but if you're not believing your manifestations, if you are not setting out offerings, like the spiritual realm is real big on offerings. Okay, like in voodoo, we're taught nothing is taken without giving, and nothing is given without taking. So you can't go and ask for them to do things for you and then turn around and not give them their offerings. Like, that's just rude, you know. And even if you are a Christian and you're watching this, like, if you're praying to Jesus and you're asking Jesus for things, don't just ask Jesus for things, you know. Like, just pray to him and not ask for nothing, you know, because some of you ask for things and you only pray to ask for something. And for some of you, that could be the lesson too. Like, you may not like when people call you and they always ask you for money, but then when you pray to whoever you're praying to, you do the same thing to them. you're like only praying to them just to get what you want. And then it's like, you're praying for this, but are you even sure this is what you want? Because some of you change your mind a lot. Some of you need to choose to be strong and courageous. Like, you're really just stressing yourself out, like, for no reason, to be honest. Because it's gonna happen when it happens. But you have to wait. Like, you have to do that in their timing, not yours, you know? Like, I know a lot of people that I've worked with, especially when it's like dealing with spell work. They'll be like, oh, I was just calling you to check on the spell. It's like, it's not a baby. You don't check on it. You let the spell do what it does. You know, you put your manifestation out and you let it do what it needs to do. Like, you don't check on it. How do you check on a manifestation? Like, people who really know about spirituality, they know that makes absolutely no sense. Some of you need to make peace with your past. For some of you, your baby is sending you inspiration. Somebody's gonna be pregnant or find out they're pregnant before this year is up. So you got like a week, but you're gonna find out like really, really soon. So congrats to you guys. Cause December has been coming up. I want to say like all November, December came up. Like, out of every reading I did, December came up like the most. So that's how some of you guys are ending your year, you know? And this is a part of me saying that 2024 is the year of rewards, because if you're getting pregnant this year or towards the end of this year, because that's where we're at, then in 2024, like, you're not just going to be having your baby coming in as a reward. Like, some of you are really going to be you're going to be like starting these new jobs. Some of you are going to be working from home. Some of you are going to be doing just a lot of different things that that make you money. Like, you're going to be working off your talent, which is good, you know, because you can work from home and you can be with your baby and you don't have to be away from your baby. Some of you need to let down your walls. I also feel like that's why some of you don't reach out, because like, you're afraid to let down your walls. You're afraid to really let a reader read you. Some of you don't know really what readers do. Some of you think that they're like evil beings. And you have to understand, like, that depends on the person. That doesn't necessarily tie in with everyone, you know, because I post spell work on my channel all the time, but I'm not an evil person. You know, I don't even like evil people. But you have to realize that this work has to be done for different reasons. And that's why I started off telling y'all that for some of you, like, your baby literally had to go back to save the others, because that was in jeopardy. And if this resonates with you, let me know, because I feel like some of you haven't been able to get pregnant because the thing about it is like, your womb may have been cursed, or it may be a curse on your family with like women getting pregnant. And that's because, you know, people just feel like that's the curse that they want to put out there. Some of you are going to get pregnant in August. Or you were born in August. Or you're going to deliver in August. Just take those months, how they resonate. But some of you are like fighting generational curses. And that's another reason why I started doing the ancestor readings, because there are messages that your ancestors are like trying to get to you, but you're not understanding it. You're not really sure what they mean. And it's like some of you are saying 333, 444, even 555, but you're not sure what those numbers mean, you know? You're not sure what they're trying to tell you, you know? And some of you, like, your ancestors are trying to tell you to, like, not repeat those same toxic cycles. And I find this real weird that I showed you this card earlier and then it comes out after I'm saying what I'm saying. And I feel like that relates to the curses, because if your womb has been cursed, right? Like, if we just really explore that, if your womb has been cursed, that means it's not healed. And if it's not healed, then you won't be able to have kids, right? So you have to literally detox your body, but you have to do it spiritually. So going to the store and buying like a salt bath is not really gonna do what it needs to do for your body to be healed, okay? This is why I say spiritually, because us as spiritualists, us as priests, we make things to remove that toxicity off your body. So like, you could be in a toxic environment and you could go take a shower and you could use hot water and that's not gonna wash it off. You could shower for 2 hours. You could sit in a bath for an hour of salt and it's not gonna remove what needs to be removed. So this is why we create spiritual baths, because people are like spiritually dirty and your body has to be cleansed in a spiritual manner for whatever it is that's on your body to be moved away, moved off. So you can get pregnant, but it's a part of healing your womb. And you won't know any of this unless you run across a reading where someone's talking about it, unless you read cards for yourself, or unless you go and get a reading. That's what like kind of puts the idea of everything into your head. But like I said, like I really try to read the comments because I want to know what parts relate to people, because when I do read, I sense these big energies, and like from day one I could sense that a lot of you have curses on you, and they're like, whoever is cursing you, it's cursing your womb, and it may also be cursing some of y'all's finances, because like the first thing that people attack is your love and your money. So like some of you could have even had a breakup and not even knowing that you had a breakup because someone was doing magic on you. You know, this is why readers do readings telling you what energy's around you and how people feel about you, so you'll know, so you'll understand it. Not just understand it, but understand it within your soul, within your spiritual element, within your higher consciousness. Because when you don't understand it on a higher conscious level, you won't understand why this is happening to you. So you'll come to a spirit baby reading and you'll be like, well, none of this resonates with me. Well, okay. If it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate. You can't force it. But if it does resonate, you have to see what parts resonate for you, and then you literally have to go get a reading to see about your particular situation. Because when we do like general readings like this, one sentence could resonate with somebody, but then like a whole paragraph could resonate with hundreds or millions of even people, you know? So it just depends. Like, you have to figure out your situation. You know your situation better than anyone. So whatever resonates, understand that and listen to that, because those are the messages, you know. When you're trying to get these readings, the goal is to get the reading so you understand or gets like some type of light shed on your situation, right? And what I see is like visually, I can sit here and see, and I've seen this literally every time I've read you guys. So somebody or a couple somebodies or millions of somebodies are watching my videos, and I keep seeing this where it's like women around a table, and they're literally like using another woman who's had miscarriages, okay? And they're used like this woman who's had all these miscarriages. Let me explain her, because she is a very bad vibe, okay? And like her miscarriages, she wants to push on other people. Okay, now for some of you that may sound completely weird, but I'm completely tapped into my gift. So what other people think, again, I don't care. What I see, hear, and feel, that's what I pay attention to. So this woman is using like they're using her as this anchor to this spell. And because she's had like all these miscarriages, to them, to the evil enemies, this made this woman the perfect anchor, right? So they use her, and in this spell, they have like these different tools they're using, you know, different little pieces and tools, and not crystals, you know, not necessarily crystals, but it's a big ritual, you know, and spiritual people, again, will understand it, but people who are not into magic would not really understand nothing that I'm saying, right? So I'm trying to give you the visual of it. But they're using this woman who's had all these miscarriages to stop other women, you know, in these particular bloodlines from not being able to have kids. And it's that kind of magic that you may not have no idea is going on, and that's why you can't have a kid. And that's why I said, look at your family. How many people in your family have these issues where they can't get pregnant, right? Or how many people who are watching this, you have family members who like die from the craziest things that's just really not explainable, right? How many of you, like, you go from having a great job to losing your job, to losing your relationships? You just fall out with your partner, right? These are all different forms of hexes and curses and jinxes and crossings. So why people do it, I don't vibrate on a low level, I don't know, but it happens all the time. And this is why people come to priestesses, they come to priests, because they have been tainted so bad, you know, that they need to be cleansed spiritually. And for some of you, that is what's blocking you. Maybe you have a spiritualist, go talk to your spiritualist and ask them why you're having a problem getting pregnant. Because 3 or more years is a long time for somebody who wants a baby right this instant. And like, that's why they're saying all the things that they're saying here in pile number 3, because they hear you, but you're not hearing them spiritually. Like, there are things that you don't believe in it. And you don't believe in it because of how you were raised. There's nothing you can do about that, but like, try to educate yourself. That's why those flames are doing what they're doing, because the flames are even trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you that it's something wrong, but you're not just seeing it. So the only thing that I could tell you is to go in, get a reading, read yourself. If you read cards, read yourself, you know, and see what it is, because it's something very serious, and it can cause things to last very, very, very long, you know. People do weird things, you know. I was trying to find another deck to see what comes out, and a cartomancy deck. See if anything comes up. See, so the first card that comes out is the Ace of Hearts, number 11, which is known as a sign. And it says, the fox in close proximity augurs distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you. Danger if less distant. So when the card fell out, it came relatively close to the baby cards. So that is someone who is around you currently, for some of you who feels like this, okay? So they could be wishing these things onto you because A, the veil is not closed. And the veil not being closed is bad. So here we have the number 4, the 4 of diamonds, number 27. 2 plus 7 is 9, you know. So 9 plus 4 is 13, which is known as a very witchy number. It says, the dog, if near, represents true friends. If distant and surrounded by clouds, beware of unexpected enemies. So if you look in the cards, there are clouds. And for some of you, that could just be a warning that you have some enemies that you don't know that you have. Okay. We have this card that came out, the 2 of Hearts, number 19. It says, this card represents the gentleman whose fortune is being told, and all the other cards affected to a degree of ordinance to their relative proximity. When a gentleman's fortune is being told, number 18 has no significance in the layout. So you don't have number 18, but you do have this card. And this card basically says that whatever that you received prior to, you know, the prior other cards before receiving this one, this message is for the person who's being read, basically, which would be you. So, not saying that everybody's position or situation is this toxic as to why, but for those who are having problems getting pregnant, basically, I am giving you that message within this reading. So it doesn't have to come in another reading. Okay, so if I were you, like I said, I would definitely get a general reading to see what the problem is exactly tailored for you, you know, because some people they just feel some type of way, like they don't want your life to get together, you know, because their life is not together or where they want it to be. And obviously it doesn't sound right even speaking it or hearing it, but you can't do anything about people's actions and how they feel. And if that's how they feel about you, then you have to pretty much act accordingly to what is going on, you know, because like I said, reading some of y'all comments is really saddening. Like, because it's really like y'all have given up like all hopes. Like you feel like your life is over, and it's almost like you're tormenting yourself, you know, and blaming yourself for something that is really not even your fault. Like it's just something bigger going on there, and you really you don't understand it, you know. You don't understand how things are going, you know, or why they're going the way that they're going. So I would give you hope and say that they don't have to stay like that. Things can get better for you. Keep your head up, you know, the first step would be going to the doctor to see what there is happening with anything happening with your body physically, you know, because hexes can come in the forms of sicknesses too. So that's something that I would check, you know. You can look on my channel and see videos I've uploaded where we've cured certain things. I mean, unbelievable to other people, but when you actually cure someone of something, like, you can deny it all you want. People can say who you are. They can call you a scam artist, whatever they decide to say, but that's a reflection of them, you know, not necessarily you, okay? People talk, but that's mostly all they do is talk, you know. Some of them, they dive deeper and they do this type of magic on you guys, which, you know, all I can do is, you know, tell you, you know, like, look how this is working. It's like she's being just having work done on her in her sleep, you know. This is why some of you may feel drained, disoriented, just, you know, you might be feeling a lot of negative energy, depression, anxiety, and it could be because of, you know, the fact that you're getting this magic done on you, you know. People really feel some type of way about you. They feel like, you know, you turned your back on them, or either this is for someone in your family. If it's generational, this would be how someone feels about your ancestors. You know, they feel like you got your line turned their back on them, and maybe they had to for their peace, you know. Your peace is priceless, and people really get mad when you don't bend to their will, you know. And like I said, it could be not for you, it could be for your ancestors too. So it just, you know, depends. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's for your ancestors, and it's something that is being brought to your attention now in the current, you know. But you have a lot of dark and evil forces around you, so just take all of this how it resonates for you.